Hi, I'm Betty McDaniel Smith, affectionately called Betty Mac from On Track with Betty Mac, cable television show in Canton City Schools, in Channel 11 in Canton, Ohio. I just finished my book, Unexpected Blessings in the Midst of My Pain. If you've ever gone through anything and you felt like, God, where are you? Just know He is really there. You've probably experienced that. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you, and I can really attest to that and talk about this in my book. I talk about how I was discharged from a job, actually, and not realizing it was going to be a blessing because I'd been there 28 years. I tell you about that. And then through that, and through 3 years of depression, God just began to work with me and minister to me because He had something better for me, and I couldn't figure out what that could be. But it turned out to be a wonderful husband that I met, and 6 years later we connected, and then I moved to Canton, Ohio, and I thought I was retired, and the Lord said, you can't retire, there's too much work to be done. So I opened an agency called Multi-Development Services of Stark County, and I was in a very downtrodden area with lots of drugs and prostitution, alcoholism, and it was very depressing, but I knew then that's why God wanted me there. So I opened a shelter and transitional housing, and in 1 year we had 5 pieces of property. I talk about all that in my book. And did this for 10 years. I talk about the challenges. We had a lot of successes, but a lot of challenges as well. And then in November of 2008, I was stricken with occipital neuralgia. It's a migraine-type headache. It was very, very painful. And I didn't know what to do. Doctors didn't know what it was. I had to end up going to Cleveland Clinic for the diagnosis. And they wanted me to have surgery or implants. And I said, oh no, God, this is not the way I want to go. And so through lots of prayer and no medication, that I was able to find a neuromuscular therapist actually on the internet who was 15 minutes from me. And I'm working with him now. His name is Michael Dallas Jones, and I talk about that in the very last chapter of my book. So get this book. I'm hoping it'll be inspiring and enlightening to you, and pass it on to someone else who might be struggling, someone who might be looking for a mate, and I say it's worth the wait for a mate. So get my book, Unexpected Blessings in the Midst of My Pain, www.bettymac.org. Thank you, and God bless you.